Parvati, thank you so much for joining us. Parvati is the director of the Integral Yoga Center in Milan, Integral Yoga Shanti, and she's been a part of our Sangha, our family, for so many times. Very close relationship with Gurudev. She's a part of the global network, the Teachers Council of Integral Yoga, and many other things. So Parvati, much gratitude for you taking the time today.
Thank you.
Thank you. So Parvati, why do we start with a chant, Om and a chant? What's the significance, or what is the effect when we do that?
Well, I think it's a very good way to connect. We were, since the very beginning, even when we didn't yet start, we were talking about connection. And I do believe that, especially, when we gather together and everybody's coming from different situation or from different kind of energy. And so when we are seated together and chanting, it's like we all gather in the same virtual space, and that bring our energy, our soul, our inner wisdom, whatever we want to define, it brings in a same point, in a same level of vibration. Even Gurudev is used to say that, when we gather together in the name of God or of a certain kind of vibration, it brings us together. It helps us to be connected. And also I think it's important because the vibration where we arrive, maybe we were working, we were shopping, our level of vibration is maybe more superficial or is a certain level. So then when we gather together, we chant, is like we all channel ourselves in the same frequency. And so that help better the connection, and also whatever we need to do together for this amount of time that we will be together. I think that can be a good way to be together, to start.
Yeah. And I would like to ask you, if you don't mind sharing, just personally, your practice for feeling connected to other people and a part of, as opposed to, okay, this is me and that's you and we're separate. No, we're a part of the same thing. We're really together. Is that an easy thing for you to feel that you're connected with other people? Or is that something that you need to practice and you've been trying to work at?
That is very interesting for me, because it's something I'm really working now in this period where we are forced to be separate, and where also our, let's say, non-verbal communication, it's missing. We can't really, because I do believe that there is an exchange without words that happen every time we meet with somebody. There is an underneath conversation that our energy and our bodies are communicating. So what I call it, or we call it, the non-verbal communication is the most important one, more than the words that we say. So now, because I believe that is extremely important, and in my different kind of study, because I also study a lot about China traditional medicine and Shiatsu, and within this there is also a lot I study about this nonverbal communication, because it's very necessary. So I can somehow learn and train myself to read the body. And also, being a yoga teacher, I think those who are yoga teacher, they also learn by studying or by their own experience what each our student body communicate certain things. So that, for me, it's very interesting now because we are missing that. So I realized that before, when I was teaching, for example, a class, I always feel that somehow being a channel of the teachings of Gurudev, which I really believe on that, I trust that I can somehow connect with the need of each student or with their, even maybe physical, emotional problems, and sort of giving them whatever is needed. I trust on that. And I think that is a way of deep connection. But we are not aware, or at least I am not aware all the time. I just use my trust or my faith of the Integral Yoga teaching. Now that, we are talking with this, I wish I can show you what I am, where I am now. I have my TV in front to watch the other people. I have my phone, and in front of me there is my kitchen. So I'm in an incredible situation for me, which I don't see anybody. I feel like I'm talking by myself. And the only choice I have is to connect on a different level with the people that are here now, or that are listening, or they will listen to Facebook. That, I think, is extremely difficult to have that trust. And I really believe that this situation we are all in is pushing us to train ourselves in this different way of communication, which in a way is to communicate from your heart, but also to connect. Because we often say that we are part of this all-pervading energy. We say that, but how much we really feel and are aware of that, this for me is a question mark. I may had in the past a taste, maybe yes, maybe not. But now is, for me, I feel now is the time where I need also like a proof that I'm really connecting, because I don't have the feedback that maybe a student with this body can give me back somehow. So I need to expand somehow my heart, but also my mind in a way. I don't know exactly how, but I'm training myself. I share something I'm doing with a friend of mine. We're doing a meditation. We fix a time, and we stay 10 minutes just to sort of connecting and sharing something, whatever is coming spontaneously. And after those 10 minutes, we write down our feelings, and then we communicate each other. We give feedback to each other. I think it's wonderful. Even though sometimes it's completely different what we feel. But some other time there are some common points. I don't know if I'm talking too much, or you just stop me if you want.
You're fine. No, I think it's so interesting what you're talking about. There's a couple points that I'd like to ask you about that you mentioned. One is nonverbal communication, which I think is very interesting. That we are always communicating with other people, even beyond words, right? There's another layer happening. Do you find sometimes that maybe it's common to use words or appearance to appear a different way, to be seen? You want to be seen well in the eyes of others, but maybe we forget that there's really there's no faking it. Like there's no phoniness is when you talk about nonverbal communication, that's what it makes me think about it. And even, the practices, I think, lead to that too, that there's no like fooling someone else on who you really are. Like the only path is the genuine path. Is that your experience too? That there's really, all I can do is become more authentic, more genuine. It's never going to work the other way if I'm trying to fool someone else.
Yes, I totally agree with what you say. Unfortunately, though, we are living in a society where it's very refined, this idea of appearing genuine and sincere, but as a form of appearance. I don't know if I make myself clear.
Yeah, that actually, sorry to interrupt, but it makes me think of what is it, even to ask the question, what does it mean to be genuine? How can I be genuine? How does that happen?
Yeah, that is, because I really believe in being completely spontaneous. And that is not always easy, even if I want to be in line with what I'm saying. Of course, now, I had to prepare for this little talk. I'm not nervous about it, but I'm thinking, oh, well, maybe I need to, do a little makeup or, to appear a little more pretty or more. But why should I do that? Who is saying that you have to, appear a little more pretty by making some makeup? If I'm able to really express my heart, express myself as I am, and express what I have to say, which can be something very intelligent or something stupid, I don't know, and all the other will judge that. But as long as I'm saying and projecting with my complete, like I'm complete nude, I'm not putting anything on, then okay, I can put, a little good dress or a little makeup. And the thing is that now, unfortunately, we stop at the superficial, and it's difficult to distinguish genuine and authentic from spontaneous, genuine, and authentic. I don't know even how to distinguish sometimes. And I do believe that now, especially in the yogic environment, I think the word authentic, it's a little bit overused. And I mean, I think when a concept, not the word itself, but the concept is overused, he loses his strength and his reality. So I don't know. I think the way to be genuine and more to be authentic, it's really about, of course, about Satya. And also, what the sutra said, that when you are really established in Satya, or whatever you say become the truth, become true. But I think it's not that it's becoming true, it's that I can channel the truth. So again, when we say that all the pervading energy, and we connect with that pervading energy in a deeper level, then I get access to the truth. And then what I can express, if I really am still linked to that connection through my spontaneity, which I think is Satya, then I tap into that source, and what I express is the truth. But to be that, we need to be a complete, very pure channel. And while we are trying to be more and more clean, we make our mistake, we make our experience. But I think really we shouldn't use so much the word authentic as we're using. We have to experience authenticity rather than talking about. I think. I don't know if I was clear.
Yeah. I'd like to ask you about proof, because you mentioned proof, like needing proof in this time that you're connected, to that source energy. What kind of proof would do it for you? Or maybe that you've received some kind of proof. Yeah.
Yes, that is a good question. I think in our Catholic tradition there is this Saint Thomas that he never believed till he can see. So maybe I am a part of that Saint Thomas energy. I don't know, but it's not that I need the proof. It's like, especially in this period, I often say that it's like we are navigating in waters that we don't know. I never been in these waters in a way. I never experienced something such this experience we are all experiencing now. And we are crossed by all kind of emotions. Everyone has his own, but there are many that we can share, that we know that we have anxiety, fear, also enthusiasm sometimes, maybe, many different emotions that they go up and down, and also sometimes you don't recognize how comes all this emotion at once, no? And so when you navigate in this way, and as yogi, I think we can anchor, we can be really attached, in this case, to our practice, to our teachings, to the scriptures, and so on. But now, because of that lack of relationship with others, I'm living here by myself now. It's 3 months. I'm in the house. of course, I can communicate through Zoom, through Skype and everything, but still, I don't have that human contact that I'm used to. And not only because I'm Italian, and Italian people are very, body, we touch, we kiss, but I think every human being has this need of physical contact. So saying that, it's necessary to have a different relationship with people on the heart level, or on the mind, like, I don't want to say the word telepathy because it's not exactly what I mean. And so it's like when you are crossing a place where it's completely dark, or water that you don't know is dark, you need some light. You need something that tells you that you are on the right track, or you have an intuition. So in that sense, I'm saying the proof that I may be in the right direction. Or so that the example I gave about doing this meditation with my friend, that we dedicate these 10-15 minutes to sort of connect, and then we share that. It's that little feedback we give to each other. It helps me a lot in terms of having that proof, or to see if sometimes it happened that we really maybe visualize the same elements, or there are points that are in common of whatever was our feeling or our experience. So that helped me a lot, because it gives me also trust. Trust, for me, it's another big point. Trust and faith.
Yeah, I was just going to say, trust is, I think, very connected with faith. Do you ever find that it's challenging for you to have faith, in particular with how things are unfolding, right? Especially considering the situation, people that die and they suffer, and these things happen. I mean, this is the way of nature, that these things happen, and it's really, I think, hard for us to see and watch. So for you, is it challenging to maintain your faith in how things are unfolding, to like really believe that, okay, I don't understand why these things are happening, but I still trust?
Okay. So one step back is that I am not a very religious person. I never been, and I think I will never be. And that is not very helpful in a way, because when you believe sincerely into a certain religious, then you easily grow that kind of faith. But when you don't, for many different reasons, then to have faith is something that, sorry very much, it's something that you have to grow out of nothing. And that is not easy. And for my personal experience of religion, I didn't have a very nice experience. So that kind of faith, it doesn't help me a lot at all. But I remember the very first time I went to the ashram was in 95, I think. And I remember I had a conversation. I asked that was in 96. When I finished my training, I went back to the ashram 1 year later, and I really want to talk with Gurudev. I was coming from a very dark moment of my life. I quit my job, and it was a very dark moment. And I asked him some question, and he answered. I don't remember exactly all my question, but that is not important. But what is important, that till now I have his voice in my ear, that he said, well, there is no problem. I mean, if you want to take responsibility yourself, you don't have faith, then you are responsible. If you grow faith, if you have faith, then you are not responsible. You don't have to worry about. So saying that was 1996. I'm still here, with that in my ear and my heart, most of all. So for me, faith is something that has to grow slowly, and I believe that sentence that Guru Dev always say it's all for good, which is so simple. That is a so simple sentence. It gives me how much I can, through that concept, I can grow faith. But before faith, I think I should grow trust. And that it's a little easier. So I am working a lot on that trust. And slowly, here and there, my faith in basically more in the yogic teaching is growing. And my faith into the all-pervading energy is growing. Even though I still need, when I practice, a little bit of the proof I was telling you about.
Yeah, we'll stick with the word trust, because I know what you mean about faith, because I think it's just been used by many religions a lot and has maybe a different feel to it. When we trust, do you experience kind of a lightness of a way of being? Like when you feel, okay, I trust, how does it change your experience of being alive? And if we're not trusting, is there maybe like a heaviness or a feeling that I need to figure out what to do, I need to make things better, as opposed to, okay, I'm just, again, a part of something else, and I trust in whatever I'm going to do?
Yeah, personally, when I can see that my trust is growing, then I do feel lighter, because I don't need to have so much control over certain things. And especially I learned a lot through this year on managing the yoga center, because it's pretty big and it's a lot of things to do and a lot of things to take care. And many other people has to help. Otherwise, I mean, I can't do everything. And so that was a great school for me to learn to let go and to learn about trust. And the best thing, and the thing that make me more happy and also I think there is a taste of love for me, is to trust completely another person that is doing certain things. And even now, I just let go to that, maybe a certain decision, and then how to do things, I completely give to that person, because I really trust, sincerely trust. Because this is, again, the problem is that, okay, I can trust, but the percentage of my trust, I think, depends on how much I'm sincere myself to trust somebody else, or to trust the situation that is happening in this way. I have a little example that is more about, we can say, an energetic aspect. Sometime it happened maybe that I have a dream, or maybe just a thought of something that I maybe decide I should go to do this and this, or maybe I should go left. And then there is an intuition, a thought coming, or a dream. It happened to me also, some dream that tells me that I need to go right. And sincerely, my mind still thinks that the best thing is to go left. But I learned to listen like a soldier to that intuition or to that dream or whatever it can manifest. And when I did, then I have a proof that it was right to go in the direction that my dream or my intuition, or even somebody else's intuition. If there is a person, or if there is a situation that keeps saying, no, do this, no, don't do that, keep doing this, and then after maybe 3-4 times, I really listen carefully, and I change my mind. I mean, it's not that I change my mind, but I choose to listen to this other thing or person, even if I don't agree. I don't know if I answered your question.
I think so.
But I think that is very important.
If you've enjoyed this content and think others might as well, please feel free to share and subscribe.